Comic-Con Africa 2025 brought some of the biggest names in gaming. It also brought some fun and wild games, comics, cosplay all weekend, and I had an absolute blast. But I must say, of all of these gaming brands, Nintendo stole the show with their massive exhibit with over 30 free-to-play game stations where gamers could just come and explore the awesome new Nintendo Switch 2. Being such a huge Nintendo fan, I will admit that I spent an unhealthy amount of time with the original Zamazama Donkey Kong. But I also got a chance to sit down with Nintendo South Africa's senior marketing manager, Ronelle Crighton from Core Group, to find out more about Nintendo and its presence in South Africa. Hi guys, it's Alexis from AleXplainIT again, and today I'm sitting with Ronelle, the Senior Marketing Director from Nintendo South Africa, and we're here at Comic-Con Africa, and they have a very, very big stand with so many activations, free-to-play games. So we just want to speak to her and talk about Nintendo and its presence in South Africa. So starting up, let's talk about Nintendo here at Comic-Con Africa. Why did you guys have such a big display this year?
So I firstly want to say thank you so much for having me and taking the time to talk to me today about what we've done. We're very excited about what we've brought to life here at Comic-Con. Nintendo is such a fun brand and they have so many fun games, and the new console that's come out really gives people the opportunity to engage with all these fun games. And there's all these big shows, like big Comic-Cons that happen overseas and in Europe and in America. And, not many of our people can go to attend those big shows. So we really try to bring some of that wow factor and some of that fun to our audience so they can also engage with it and play with it and get to feel part of something bigger.
Awesome. I'm a huge Nintendo fan. For me, Nintendo is just so nostalgic.
Yes.
And I'm a proud owner of a Nintendo Switch.
Amazing.
And then I see we have a lot of the Switch 2s
Yes.
here. So tell us a little bit about that device and how you're trying to get a lot of people to engage with it and what's so different about it this time.
Cool. So I think what Nintendo has done with the Nintendo Switch 2 is they've stayed true to what made the original Switch so successful and so special. The 3 modes of play really gives anyone the opportunity to play however they want, make gaming fit into their lifestyle. If they're playing on the go, if they're playing at home, it can transform to suit anyone's lifestyle and really fits in so everyone can always be playing and having fun where they're going. And what they've done is they've brought the latest technology to this device. So 4K up to 120 frames per second, 8 times the internal storage than compared to the previous Switch, and enhanced audio. It's got so much more to really bring Nintendo's games to life and have people experience it. So it's been an amazing console, and it's so great to see everyone's reactions when they get to play for the first time. It's one of my favorite parts about doing these shows.
Awesome. I had a look at it yesterday, and yeah, it is quite the upgrade.
It is quite the upgrade, especially if you feel like the Joy-Cons, the magnetic Joy-Cons.
Yes, that's so satisfying. The little snap.
That snap is absolutely perfect.
I could do that all day.
I do sometimes. It's like you need a fidget spinner. You can just snap
got
those.
that,
Yes, exactly.
Perfect. Okay, so in my experience, I found that a lot of people find Nintendo either very family friendly or for casual gamers. So how are you guys trying to bridge that gap to also appeal to hardcore gamers?
Hardcore gamers. No, there's so many games, and during the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct that happened earlier this year, so many games were announced from third-party publishers. We've got Cyberpunk playable on the Nintendo Switch 2. We've got Star Wars Outlaws coming. We've got Metroid Prime coming from Nintendo that they publish. There's also FromSoft is developing an exclusive Nintendo Switch game, who are the developers behind Elden Ring. Elden Ring is coming to the device. So there's really so much support from third-party publishers to bring their games onto this device with the new hardware. It's allowing more games to come to this device. So there's so many games. There's literally something for everyone. If you want to play Animal Crossing, have fun, casual gaming, there's something for you. But there are a lot of hardcore games coming from the third-party publishers as well as from Nintendo themselves.
Excellent. So just a quick one, because it's nice to see the type of gaming personality that we different gamers have. So what's your favorite Nintendo game character?
My favorite Nintendo game character, I'd have to say Kirby.
Kirby, yes, and it just dropped
Kirby,
yesterday, is it?
exactly.
Nice,
Kirby and the
nice.
Forgotten Land, I think, made me the biggest fan of Kirby. It is such an amazing game, and I just love the little pink fluff ball. He just, and then the mouthful capability when he can just suck in a car and he becomes a little, it looks like a little Volkswagen bug. It's amazing. It's just like Kirby, I think, is just one of my favorites.
I'm
If
basic.
it's actually my favorite, but yours, who's you?
I'm basic. Mario. Mario is
Ah,
easy.
Mario is
and
solid.
Yeah, Mario is
Mario
solid.
is
You
solid.
never go wrong with Mario.
No, and there's so many different Marios.
Yes, exactly.
So many different Marios, and he's just solid, dependable character.
Yes, exactly. You need that kind of person.
No, you
in
need
your
that
life.
person in your life
In
all the
gaming
time.
too.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, cool. Thank you so much for sitting down with me. I
Thank
just
you
had
so much for
those
having
few
me.
questions, and I'll just spend a lot of time around the stand and checking things out.
Oh,
And I
please
look
do.
forward to everything else that Nintendo has for South Africa.
Oh, thank you so much for coming. I hope you enjoy the show. I hope you get to play all the games. And I'm looking forward to hearing what you have to say about everything.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
So that's it, guys. Thank you so much to Ronelle for sitting and having a quick chat with us. And yeah. What I loved about this conversation is that it really showed how seriously Nintendo takes the South African gaming community. It wasn't just about the booth or their massive exhibition, but it was a statement that Nintendo is here to stay and wants to be a bigger part of Comic-Con and the South African gaming culture. The Nintendo stands, plural stands, they had 3 different stands. Yes, they had the old school Nintendo Switch booth. They had the big and massive Nintendo Switch 2 stand. That's the highlight of the whole exhibit. And finally, they had the Nintendo retail store where you could go and buy all kinds of memorabilia or collector's items if you are that kind of hardcore fan. Fans queued up to try out the latest games, take photos with Mario and Luigi, me included, of course, and to get their hands on with the Switch 2. The energy was insane, and it really felt like Nintendo wanted to make this moment special for South African gamers. My inner child felt so at home. I was reflecting on how I used to steal my uncle's Game Boy. I graduated to the Nintendo DS Lite, went on to the Wii, and now I'm sitting with a Switch at home. And I finally got a hands-on experience with the Switch 2. Man, complete nostalgia. Good times. I did mention I'm a fan of Nintendo, right? So I also got the chance to explore the exhibit myself, playing some of the different games on show and spending time with the new Switch 2. Also, the activators at the stands were super helpful and friendly, always ready to guide the players, explain the games, keep the vibe positive, and even help me out when I needed someone to hold the camera as I played. Shout out to you guys. Their helpfulness made the whole experience even more enjoyable. I had an awesome time, and hearing directly from Nintendo and then trying the Switch 2 myself, it's clear that they're aiming to win over both longtime fans and new players. But I'll save my full hands-on impressions for the next video, so make sure you're subscribed if you don't want to miss it. That's a wrap on me and Nintendo at Comic-Con Africa 2025. What do you guys think? Did Nintendo really bring their A game this year? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit like if you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to subscribe to AleXplainIT for more, and I'll see you in the next one.